My name is Robert Inklaar, and I'll be your chair for this for these 2 days. Thank you all for being here again, especially those of you who had to wake up early or even very, very early to do so. I'm here welcoming you in my capacity as one of the theme leaders. Akos Valentinyi is to be our last speaker of the day. He's the other leader of this theme. Just briefly, I wanted to give you a little bit of a flavor of what we, well, first of all, what this theme is about in this project, namely to improve our measurement and understanding of structural transformation. That will need to involve developing new and relevant data, but also improving how we do so, the methodology and new approaches. In contrast to some of the other themes, in this project, there is not just an opportunity to respond to a call for projects later on in this project, but there's also a data development agenda. And I wanted to share a few things about that, because that may be relevant for your own plans or the type of research you may want to engage in. As part of the Groningen Growth and Development Center at the University of Groningen, I will be involved in this data development agenda together with Gijs de Vries. And throughout, if at some point you think, well, this is interesting, I'd like to know more, or I'd like to talk further, please don't hesitate to get in touch with us. Now, in general, what we envisage here is that we will develop, that we will work from Groningen on developing different aspects of data. In the first stage to develop and test them, and in the second stage to make them broadly available and support them for the users. What we are currently working on, and that may be of interest to people here, is a new sectoral database with data on output and employment for over 50 countries, covering the recent periods, and based on new industrial classifications and then system of national accounts. This is going to replace, or at least be the next version of our sector database, and be released under the name the Economic Transformation Database. I'm sharing this in a bit more detail because this is already far underway in terms of development and testing. And we plan to have this data set released by March 2021, which is the end of the inception period of the STEG project. So after that, we, if all goes according to plan, we'll be in the second phase where a larger number of projects will come underway. So this is certainly, if you're interested in this, this is something you can count on coming. In addition, what we have on our agenda is doing new work on comparative productivity levels across countries, working on input-output tables in providing time series in harmonized form, and that topic in general will come up with in Akos's talk later on. Information about occupational employment and wages. Dirk is going to be talking about how that is important and relevant. And we have further plans as well. Now, the reason for putting this out here is also that we this is not something we want to do, but just because we think this is fun or could be, but primarily because we hope to engage the broader community, and that is certainly people in this workshop, to answer relevant questions, to develop these data in a way that is most sensible for research. So, of course, we don't come up with these ourselves. We do. There are relevant research questions to be answered. But again, if you think that this is important for what you are interested in, we certainly welcome collaborative development, joint submissions of specific proposals, or input in the testing and validation phase of this development. So please do get in touch if this is of interest to you. Now, that's what I had to say as more of a background to this theme and what is going on beyond some of the themes and topics you'll hear about today and tomorrow. More specifically about our program today, we have an excellent set of speakers for you this afternoon, or this morning if you're in the United States. We try to give a broad sampling of topics and papers with fairly concise presentations and sufficient room for Q&A. If you have clarifying questions during a presentation, don't hesitate to put it in the Q&A chat, because for various papers there are co-authors that are maybe able to answer them already at that point. If not, I can help in raising this with the authors during the talk. But please limit that to clarifying questions and save your bigger ones for the Q&A afterwards. So we have the first 4 papers along this format. The final one is, as mentioned by Akos Valentinyi, who will present a paper that aims to be a broader overview of this topic, and to be also a bit more agenda setting for the remainder of this project. The aim is to keep to this schedule and to close by 5:30 British time. So I hope you'll all collaborate with me on that. Day 2, just for your information now, has an additional paper. It's a slightly compressed schedule in that sense, goes on for a little longer, and has a more micro, firm level, individual level perspective compared to today's more macro, top-down perspective.